Fort San Lorenzo in Panama. You notice inside the walls you've got an open area. I'm going to turn my video back towards the Chagres River. So what they would do is they would allow the enemy to come in, or the design of this was such that the enemy could come in and it was open, but then once they got down in this area, you had archers, you had soldiers all around, and so basically the enemy would be trapped in this area or dangerous, taking fire from above. I think there might be an illustration for us in ministry. And one is that people will draw us into their fights. They'll draw us in. Sometimes you have to deal with that in counseling situations where a couple, they're having difficulty. They'll bring you in and then they'll turn on you. I've been to congregations where there was trouble in the past, and they'll, as the new preacher, they'll try to bring you in and get you to pick sides. And so my response has always been, I was not here when the problem existed. If you've got a problem with a brother or sister, I would recommend you go talk to them. If you've got a problem with the elders, go talk to them. But I was not here at that time. It is between you and them. I guess just what I want to emphasize is that as ministers, we're going to be involved in problems. We're going to be working people through problems. Sometimes we may play a role in helping people to work through disagreements. But we also need to be very, very careful about being drawn into situations that are going to result in us being in a very dangerous situation. So just be careful about what you let people draw you into as a minister. Encourage those involved to communicate with each other and to follow the biblical pattern for how we are to treat each other. I want to continue the thoughts that we started with the video clip that I did at Fort San Lorenzo in Panama. I'm now at the Future Ministers Camp near Milagros, Ecuador. It is a future ministers camp for young men ages 12 to 24, and it is for the churches that are in the region around Guayaquil, Ecuador. The camp is actually about an hour and a half from the camp. One of the counselors is singing this morning, so I hope you enjoyed the singing, because he's I don't know if he's trying to get his boys up or what, but I needed to go ahead and do this recording. So I wanted to just elaborate a little bit on what we shared there at Fort San Lorenzo. If we look in Philippians chapter 4, Paul says, I entreat Euodia and I entreat Syntyche to agree in the Lord. Yes, I ask you also, true companion, help these women who have labored side by side with me in the gospel, together with Clement and the rest of my fellow workers whose names are in the book of life. Then I think about 2 Chronicles chapter 35. After all this, when Josiah had set the temple in order, Necho, king of Egypt, came up to make war at Carchemish on the Euphrates, and Josiah went out to engage him. But Necho sent messengers to him, saying, What have we to do with each other, O king of Judah? I am not coming against you today, but against the house with which I am at war, and God has ordered me to hurry. Stop for your own sakes from interfering with God who is with me, so that he will not destroy you. However, Josiah would not turn away from him, but disguised himself in order to make war with him, nor did he listen to the words of Necho from the mouth of God, but came to make war in the plain of Megiddo. The archers shot King Josiah, and the king said to his servants, Take me away, for I am badly wounded. Now, I wanted to read those two passages because in ministry, we're going to be walking people through problems. And so we just can't do ministry effectively without helping people with problems. That doesn't mean that we need to get involved in all fights. So you see Paul, and not only trying to help Euodia and Syntyche in their fight, but encouraging others to help them. But then I think of Josiah. You had this battle going on between Assyria and Babylon. So Assyria was decreasing in power. Babylon is increasing in power. Egypt sides with Assyria. And so what is happening is that king of Egypt is passing through Israel to engage Babylonians to take back, I want to say, the city of Haran. But the point is, you've got this international battle going on, and Josiah picked sides and got involved when he didn't necessarily have to. And it ended up costing him his life. And Israel lost a great king, or Judah lost a great king, and things were not good after he was gone. I guess I'm just trying to challenge us to just be careful about what we get involved in. When we talk to folks, listen to all the sides. Don't believe everything we hear. Recognize that you can have a situation where there's an identified patient. For example, you'll have parents who come and say, my daughter Susie's a problem. You've got to fix Susie. Well, the problem may be mom and dad. They've identified Susie as the problem, and you need to be very careful with that, because they'll draw you in and want you to fix Susie, and when you find out they're the problem and you can't fix Susie, now they're mad at you, and they're going to elders to fix you because now you're the identified patient. Make sure before you agree, to wade in fully into a situation, that you know all the facts and you've heard all the sides. There's also something in the counseling world known as triangulation, where you think back to when you were in junior high and you got two folks who were kind of dating each other, and they have a disagreement, and then they start sending messages through you, and then before you know it, they're both mad at you, and you're back, and they're back together. And people will pull you in, and then they'll turn on you because you become a common enemy that pulls them back together. So just get all the facts. Reserve the right to not have to fix it. Know other resources that you can take them to, and that can be a tremendous help. Just thank you for what you're doing and trying to help people. And even with my words of caution, don't stop. Don't continue to help people is my point. I would be heartbroken if you stopped helping people with problems because of this. I just want you to be cautious. People need help. They need friends. They need people to listen to them. They need people that they can trust. Remember that ministry matters because the Master matters. Thank you for joining me for another episode of Ministry Matters That Matters, and you have a blessed day.